in this video, I'm going to explain you about the details of CA Final Group 1. I will be explaining you about the subject, the topics and the weightage of those topics in the subject. I will be helping you how to tackle the hard topics and also give you an idea before you start which topics are important and which carry less importance. And at the end, I will be giving you all the tips and techniques where you can make whole subject into your grip. So stay till end where the most important part of handling the subject and practicing and what are all the important things you need to remember for exam I will be sharing. So this is basically CA final. All the 5 subjects I am giving over here. Definitely there is another subject that is 6th subject which is IBS. I will be also discussing about those strategies. Let's first start with the financial reporting, that is a paper 1. And this financial reporting is definitely topic is heavy. It's not that tough, like in yes, it's very voluminous. It's heavy for every student. It is divided into 5 modules. And this 5 module, every module has itself a weightage that we have to take care. So for that weightage, I will be discussing from this sheet, like how we are going to proceed for the FR subject. So what I have done is like I have distributed all the chapters properly with a weightage wise. Okay. So you can see this sheet where I have given the module wise all the chapters. So module 1, if we talk about, it's majorly about the presentation parts of the account financial reporting. So this is a considered financial reporting, basically more of use for big multinational companies, big companies. So we need not to study AS, but we need to study Ind AS, wherein these 4 chapters in the module 1 is majorly helping for the presentation part. So that is why you can see it's a 15% weightage. This have to be done as early as possible. But yes, for you, if you have already done, so no need to give so much stress because these part will be automatically covered in other modules also. So this is here the most important. The generally questions are being asked from the cash flow statements, which is very much important. Fair value measurements, no question is asked because in every chapters, this fair value measurements will be there. You will find this. So you need to make your polishing like cash flow statement should be perfect for you. Okay. Module 2 is all about asset. Here, asset means all the inventories, PPE, and then you can see about the asset, impairment and investment property. Everything is there in the module 2, and that is chapter number 5. And you need to take care about module 2. Its weightage is heavy. Here, the chapters are very easy. Why? Because inventories, borrowing cost, intangible asset, investment property, these are very easy topic. If you have gone through once, then directly you can jump onto the practice session. But yes, you have to go once. And secondly, the most heavy topic and which is most time-taking topic for this chapter is lease, that is Ind AS 116. If you have already done it thoroughly, then you make it proper planning for practicing it. This is a very time-taking chapter and a little bit hard also. So many times they ask full question, 10 mark, 12 mark, 8 mark, but few attempts, some I have seen that they have never asked the question. So it's all about us how to manage this. Here the weightage is module 2 plus chapter number 6, which is, you can see that employee benefit and contingent assets and all liabilities. Here, when we club chapter 5 and chapter 6, in overall, the weightage is 25%. So you can prepare it thoroughly and smartly over here. Here you can see that small topic you can easily cover because you can be asked in the MCQs. Yes, only lease is a topic and PPE, that is Ind AS 16. These are the 2 topics which is very heavy and you have to take enough time to compute. So if they ask the question directly, they can ask big question from these chapter. Let's come to the module 3, and the module 3 when clubbed with it's the weightage is very low, but the chapters are very easy. Why? Because it is again about the disclosures requirements and all. So some impacts, like yes, in this chapter 12, if I talk about this chapter 12, I'm just marking it dark. This chapter 12, chapter 116. Then if I talk about PPE, these are the topics, heavy topic. If you have all not done earlier, then you have to complete it ASAP, not before the exam, as early as possible. You just complete this topic. First step is should be this, and then you can gradually go into the small topics. Okay, so yeah, here you can see foreign exchange, disclosure, related party, EPS, operating segments. These are the topics, one day type of topics, so you can easily complete. Some formats are there. So my suggestion for you is, like, these are the weightages 20% for along with agriculture government grants and share based payment. Yes, this is again important topic, share based payment. So in short, you can see that module 2 along with the chapter number 10 completely goes with 20%. A weightage is very less, so a little bit less importance we can give. Like, if you have done earlier, don't leave, because MCQ is being asked from these chapters. Let's come to the most important topic, which is chapter 9, and the weightage is 10%. So I insist everybody to go with this chapter properly. It's not that it's being used in this chapter for the purpose of exam. We can have to use it in future also. So in days 15, take time, take your own time to understand. Okay. Now, the problem for every student is chapter number 11, 12, and 13. And the weightage is also very heavy. And at the same time, they are asking MCQ, and these topic also help, like chapter 11 is also helpful when you are doing AFM. So weightage, you can see that it is 15%, and I insist that this should be done before exam, properly done. This is heavy and this is very important. When you prepare, it will take time, but once you have prepared your notes, you can directly jump onto the sum and practice a lot to make this topic perfect. Here we come with the chapter number 12, 13, business consolidation, business combination, consolidation, CFR, joint venture, all sort of question is there. Weightage is also heavy, 20 mark, 20 to 25 mark, they ask the question in the exam. You cannot just afford to leave this chapter. So my pressure is like, go ahead and do it first basis. And if you're not done, if you are done, so directly jump onto the practice by practicing daily one sum. That's it. Okay. The one sum daily dose will help you to make you perfect. Now comes your last topic, module 5, 14, 15, 16, 17. So the weightage is very clear that 14, 15, 16, 17. If you can go with all the 4 topics, which is more of theoretical, 20 mark is yours. So you can decide this 20 theory. If you are strong, then you can go with this. If your theory is not strong, then I think this more importance should be given in the module 3 and 4. So one more strategy you can adopt if you are running out of time. Then 14, 15 you complete, at least 10 mark will be secure, or 16, 17 done, your 10 mark is secure. But my suggestion is never go with either of you complete of this topic 14 and either of this 17, for example. Then you will be in problem if the question is being asked from 15 or 16. So the strategy should be properly planned. And if you are starting, then I have already marked like these topic. If you are starting and if you have not done yet, so these topics you should take care on the first instances. So lease, taxation, then this, I think EPS is also important for us. This one, then your financial reporting, this should be the priority. And this chapter number 4, 12 and chapter number 13. These are the topics that you should never miss. ABC may, I don't know, but yes, I give importance to these topics. So this is a basically overall things with the FR. Now, second thing we are discussing in the paper 2 is AFM. What is the problem with every AFM and how strategy we should plan. So I have given the proper weightage. There's no particular module. It's totally 15 chapters. You can see I have this weightage is not the weightage which I am showing over here is I have taken from the source that is BOS portal. This source is, they are tentatively giving the weightage. So I am not by myself giving anything, but I have taken this weightages from our institute's websites only, BOS portal. So this is a tentative thing. I have taken higher side. So for example, if I talk about first 3 topic, they are the weightage is 10. And here the problem is with everybody is this. Then 4, 5, 6, 30% weightage. So you just can't afford to miss any of these 3 topics. Then if you come about this 7, 8, 9, again the problem with everything is 9th chapter. I've just made it bold. Why? Because the weightage is high, and the time taking for these completing topics are also very high. Then here if we come, then I should say, yes, Forex is a very deep topic, very lengthy topic, very important topic. So you just can't afford to miss this topic also. And the weightage of 10, 11, 12 is 25%. Then comes to chapter number 13, 14. It's a business valuation and merger. It's all about you, 15%. And startup is just 2%. That is okay. But here the theory chapters are there. For example, first chapter, security analysis, second topics, for this one, securitizations. These are the theory topics. If anybody is having a good hold in the theory, I will suggest don't miss to read this topic. But even though you don't have a hold on this, but still you don't miss this topic because a lot of theory question is being asked in the exam also, even MCQ or even in writing, descriptive type. So don't miss those topics. Next is we talk about advanced budgeting, portfolio management, derivatives, forex. These topics are heavy. So first complete this topic thoroughly, even lot before the exam. If you have not done, I will suggest it's a real, right now you have to complete. They going to ask the question from here and tricky question. But if you have done all the topics, somehow you have completed the topic, the next step should go ahead, practice a lot of sum. And the more you practice, the more question you come across, you will be getting a new tricks and tips which will help you to solve. Just simply reading will not going to help you, especially in FR and AFM. Now next is, okay. So here the most important and basically most dangerous subject for every student, CA student, is audit. Audit, everybody, for them, while they read now, they feel like, okay, this is very easy topic, I can understand, easy to write. But what happens in exam is a big question for everybody. The major problem is they study well. They study well, but they don't practice the question. If you want to get a hold on the chapters, you need not to go ahead and study again and again from page number to page 30. It's not that. You need not to read again and again, but here the most important strategy the student should apply is to practice as many as question in the question answer format. That's very clear. If you practice in this fashion, I'll assure you, your every topic will become perfect. So let's first talk about the chapters, importance, and then I'll give you more details about this. So the module 1, you will see that full essay. This is standards of auditing. So here, if you are not at all clear with essay, you are not at all done with the proper wordings of essay number, the paras of essay. Basically, I suggest every student to study module and pronouncement, which is given by BOS portal or our institute only. Not to follow anything, just 2 things that you have to follow is a study material and pronouncement. The exact paras is very much important to be quoted in exam when you are writing on the basis you are answering some questions. Any case study you are answering, so you need to give some base. And that base is nothing but an essay. Essay, paras of that particular essay that if you write, you will 100% score the marks. If you're not right, and if you write in a very layman language, 100% you will not going to score the marks. Okay. So from chapter number 1 till chapter number 11 is all essay, SREs, all everything is mixed. So you need to take care that what are the 3400 series, for 2400 series, 700 series, 500 series, all are the essays, but you need to take a grip on those things, and that can only be done once you have done the reading. You understood the topic, even go for one test also, then at least you are you are done with the 60% of your portion, but rest 40% will become perfect only when you solve as many as question in question answers format. Okay, so it is same like that. If you want to revise it, I'll just suggest you revise, recall by using some of the scanning technique which I generally use, give to the students, and or the more you solve the question, some strategy you can use for solving the question will helpful to get a grip on this 55 marks paper. Okay, so this 55 marks weightage is covered. Then comes your digital auditing. If you are very much aware of that digitalizations, IT related, then for that student, this will be very great chapter. 6 marks to 5 marks to 6 marks you will be able to score. But if you have not done, don't worry. But again, from chapter 13 to 14 to 19 is again important, which is coming from module 2. If you talk about module 2, chapter number 13, group auditors, NBFC, banks, audit sectors, internal audit, and due diligence. These are the topics where the content is heavy. But even if you don't write the same word, exact words given, but you know the answer in the case study, you will be able to score marks. So second part after 12 chapter is a little bit easy for the student to remember and use their concepts, and on the basis of that, they can answer the question. But in the first half, while at 55%, you need to quote proper paras also. Okay. So this is, the words are important in due diligence also, but yes, able to manage. You will all able to manage. These all chapters are important. The most important is professional ethics. This is a 24% chapter weightage. I believe that they will going to ask 20 to 24% marks, but sometimes they make a tricks. Surprises are always there in the CA exam. They may not ask you any question from this. So yes, you need to prepare it perfectly, because I know they are going to ask every time, and once a while they have not done, but doesn't mean they will not do for the future. So basically you have to focus on revising the topics in the form of clauses, schedules and all, so that you know the answer, dear. You know whether the CA is doing right or wrong, valid or invalid, but you need to refer the main clause from where, on the basis of which you are answering your question, and the basis of which you are finding the conclusion. So you need to write that also. So that is why chapter 19 as such is easy, but when it comes to writing part, you miss basically main clause numbers, sub clause numbers and all, schedules. So and you need to take care of that part in especially chapter 19. Chapter 18, it's all about sustainability. I would suggest you can go for it. If you can do ratification of the language, you go for it. It's all up to you. Some students can do this 6% and this 6%, but if you have time, go for both the chapters. Don't skip, because surprises are always there in the CA exams. Okay, so for FR, one important thing everybody should know that in FR, once your concepts, your lectures are done, you are through with this, then the more you practice, the more grip you will get. Second, ensure that your working notes should be proper, your presentation should be proper, and also the more steps you will perform with a clarity on the then it will be helpful for you to gain step marking. So even if in exam you are not able to understand what the question is, or you may not be understand what is the final answer, but if you understand this question is from, for example, index 12, and you get to know, okay, I can start the sum. So my suggestion is, right from where this end is, the starting should be reference of that particular end, and then you start the sum, and the how much you just put in the paper. Even you are not able to complete the sum, the strategy should be very clear. Hardly matters your sums is done or not, but your overall things, presentation, your clarity, the reference of that index which you are using in the sum, and also all the notes and everything should be done. Even though your answer is not out, but still you will be out of 10 mark, you will be able to score 5-6 marks, something like round about that. So don't miss any sum. Try to attempt each and every by passing a lot of journal entry, or maybe passing your calculations, showing the calculation, showing the reference, whatever you know about those, you go ahead. What point you need to take care when you are going in exam? The same point what I have discussed in FR is, in FR what I have discussed is same applies to AFM. Even though you're not able to complete the sum, but you go ahead and solve the sum as much as you possible for you, by writing it properly, by showing the working note, by putting the formula, by putting the working notes properly intact. So this will help. Also you need to take care of the decimals, like majorly round off is up to 3 decimals, that is important. And MCQ maybe or sometimes tricky, but maybe tricky and not tricky, it will be it's all about the luck when you go for the papers. But I assure you that if you have completed the subject properly, and if you do the practice, this 2 subject you can easily go for exemption. So practice in such a fashion that you can got exemption this in this. And here the most important thing I will suggest for audit, please do writing practice. Writing practice in the sense, when I say ki solve as many as question, means don't verbally solve it. Just view the question, see the question, think on that. What can I write? What para I can mention? What clauses I can write? From where it has been asked? Then think for 2 minutes, and then when you're practicing, you can write it in the bullet points, but write something. Don't just make a frame in the mind. You write bullet, okay, I'll start like this and this conclusion. So give 2 minutes time for every question. Think, close your eyes, use a scanning technique, and then you think where exactly the question is being asked, and then write. So don't be in hurry. Even if you are not attempting 100-mark paper, if you are attempting 80-mark, and with patience and with strategy, you will able to exam this paper. Even though not exam, but you will able to cross 45-50 marks, which is fair enough. But I am planning that you should always think every paper should be exempted. Your focus should be in that way, rather than just clearing or passing the exam. Okay. So overall, if I talk about the group 1, you always think every subject should be exempted. You should never think in the fashion that, okay, FR AFM will save the audit, or AFM audit is already a problematic. So if you think about the 40 mark, I'm 100% sure the institute will give you only 30 or 20, 25 marks. So for scoring more in the exam, you need to first complete your syllabus, then write test, also write self-assessment test, and finally mock. This is going to create a magic in your preparation. If you want detailed strategy for the subject and practice plan, then do connect me for one-on-one mentorship. Links given in description box. Thank you.